Alright, so here's what I'm doing. I cleaned the other plug, it's working fine. Meaning the plug's fine. I pull it, it stalls still. So I got the carburetor done. And this is the one that I had to modify that filter, if you remember right. Because they put the filter in the tank. And the only way that I can see to change that filter is to buy another tank. So I modified by putting a regular little gas filter in there, so it would suck in and drain out. However, every time it gets dirty, if you got to change it, you got to take the whole thing apart, which is you got to take the crank off the top, the thing slides on, and you got to disconnect the carburetor. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. So I have a little inline filter that I can put on the outside, and it fits nice. I can see when it's dirty. It's easy to change. However, it's about yay much too long. Too short to bend it, too long to not make it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the tank, the gas tank, just a little bit. This way it can take any filter anytime without doing any bullshit. I mean, it's crazy that you gotta what? You gotta buy a new tank? Because I don't see a way. That's why I put the other filter on there. Well, first of all, I didn't have the filter that was in there. The second thing was the way it was in there. I'll take you out there and show you what I mean. But first I want to clean this before I put it back on. So hold on a minute. Okay, the only reason why I go through all this bullshit half the time is because I don't like being dictated to as to where I have to buy a certain product to fit a certain product. I want to be able to pick anything up and make it work. So that's what I'm doing. That's the filter I have on there. If I put the tank where it belongs, that little piece there sticking out and this piece kind of connect, but they're over connected, if you know what I mean. So, and there's not enough room to cut any of them. So what I'm going to do is put the tank over here. This here way, it'll siphon down like it should, and we'll be all set. And it's got a filter that I'll be able to change easily. So that's what I'm going to do, instead of having it duck underneath, because then, and even to get the tank off, you got to take the cover off. This way I'm not going to have to do that anymore. So that's what's going to happen. That's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, because this is the one that I had in there after I took the other one out. But again, the only way to take this or replace this is to take it out, take the hoses off. You have to use two different size hoses, so you have to put a little piece of metal in there, or tubing. It's a pain in the ass. So, and I'm not going to want to buy a tank. I personally didn't see any other way. There could be, but I didn't see any other way. So I want to make it so if I got to change the filter, I can just change the filter. Alright, I got tons of filters, all different sizes. I got, I don't know, a half a dozen or more of those. It costs you like, I don't know, I think I bought 4 for 99 cents. So it's a lot cheaper than buying the filter they have and go through all that work, or buying a tank. Again, I'm not sure. I personally didn't see any way of taking that out of there. Excuse me for the cough. So I want to put this right here somehow, and I think I can do it right there. Yep, I'm almost positive. Yep. Alright, so I got it one side, and make a little bracket real quick for this. Or do I want to just bolt it down to that? No, I'd rather have it higher than, yeah. I don't want it sticking out like here. I'd rather have it like there or there. Actually, that can probably work better right there. Wait a minute here, guys. I think we got something. Yeah, hold on a minute. I gotta wash this thing too. Okay, so there we are. Nicey, nicey. Now all I gotta do is poke a hole in here. There we go. Loosen it. Tighten it. There. Okay. 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 Let's bang that down a little bit. I gotta change that sound, but if I do, I'm not gonna hear it. What, babe? Slaughter's video. What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, okay. My cough is done breaking up, tis. Alright, so now I want to put a little bead of this stuff right around here, like that. And if I do have to take it off, it's not a big deal. There. Oh, excuse me, guys. I do have a clipping of this guy going on. Now, what do I need? I need something to wipe that with. Just like that. Do I have anything out there? Yeah, I do. Take a piece of this. Or try to anyway. When I was on the other side of the fence measuring the property lines between the monuments, excuse me guys, excuse me. I was walking a little bit on the railroad property at the same time. Because our property goes about 3 feet over where the fence is. And the railroad property is, you know, it's all covered up with rocks, so it all looks like one piece. But anyway, they had these little plates hanging there that apparently they were using when they were using the heavy equipment to keep the equipment from falling into the ground. So they put the stabilizers on them. That's the only thing I can think of it being for. And instead of picking them up when they were done, and it's on their property, so who cares? But they are wasting money. What do? They leave them. Instead of picking those two up, you know, when the stabilizers get picked up, they kind of just leave them and put down more Put down two more. So I ended up with about a dozen of them. Most of them are good. These things. Like I say, most of them are good. You know, they got a little chewed up here and there, but they're good if I need them to cut up for leveling something, or if I need them for my stabilizers. If you follow me? Do you follow me? Do you follow me? Okay, so that's done. Okay, so now let's take that hose wherever it went. Here we go. And we're going to go on to that and down to that. So I think we're going to be okay now. Actually, haha. Yes. This may be a little easier than I thought now that the tank is out a little bit more. It is. Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Now, let's see. That goes on there like it does. Okay. That's a good thing. Push it on. Let me get a little. Shut up. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Baby, shut your face. At the tractor next door. It's got the tracks, so naturally they kind of squeak. Now, do you see what I did with the hose? Did I bring the hose in with me? I bet you I did. Well, hold on. Alright. Now we're getting there, guys. We're all on. It looks like everything is hooked up. Hoses are nice and tight. Alright, so let's get my hand under there so I can hold that a little bit. This one thing I wasn't crazy about. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Let's see if I can land on this one. One of these clamps was a little bend on it, so it wasn't perfectly round. But it's pulled through just fine. There. I'm using a pretty good size ratchet here, so I don't go crazy on it. There we are. Get in there. Come on. Here you go. And there you go. Alright, am I right? I think I'm right. Let's put this right here. Get in there. Get in there. Thank you. What's your problem? What's your boggle? Not wrong one. There we go. Now you are going to go right there. This one up a little bit. You know, as you get older, you start losing a little bit of your dexterity, if you know what I mean. Okay, I don't like that. Right there, come on. You're gonna get in there. You're off just a hair. Get you in a minute. Let's do this for now. There you go. This is kind of a half-ass. I'm sure you guys that work on these things all the time, like you do, have seen that, you know, it's got to be their product that goes back in. This your way. I mean, it's good business because, you know, you're always going to sell their product. But what sucks about it, they're using the housing, and this happens over the last few years, you guys know, the housing that holds the air filter and everything in place also holds the carburetor in place. So it's not like you even have an opportunity or a chance to change it. So if you get a crack or something in the air filter housing, oh well. Yeah, I can understand business. I was in business. But I found the more I was helping my customers, the more money I was making. When I had my store, radios were really big back then. Ham radios were picking up, but it wasn't that easy to get your license. And but ham radio operators, if they wanted it, they would buy it, as long as it's fairly priced. But this is kind of done. I gotta check. That doesn't look good at all. So let me shut you off. Let me go in and look for a filter.